to my channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time. It's still your girl Ijoma Florence. In case you don't know, my name is Ijoma Florence. Yeah, welcome to my channel. So I won't hesitate to thank all my subscribers. Thank you for 329 subscribers. I love you guys. Okay, thank you for subscribing. I'm also using this opportunity to beg you to keep on liking my videos, commenting and sharing, because that's actually one way also you know that the content is a good one. Let's take the channel to 1,000 subscribers. Okay, so in today's video I'm gonna talk about ventilating. Talking about ventilating. How do I mean by that? Lately a lot of people have learned how to make closures, frontals, full-less units. So the process of making it is called ventilating, not ventilation, ventilating. So that's what I meant by saying I'll be talking about ventilating. Okay, before now all these closures, frontals are being made in the Western world. All these Chinas and India and these other countries out there. But literally some Nigerians have endeavored to learn how to do it on their own. And I must tell you, a lot of Nigerians, both men and women, are making a lot of money from this lucrative business. I'm telling you from experience, okay? People are making a lot of money from this closure making, from this ventilating. Okay, it is a lucrative business. A lot of people are mistaking this to be 360. Please love, this is not 360. 360 here has to be open. 360 just a round frontal, then the center here must be open. But this one now is full-less. When you put it on your head, it will cover all your hair. Let me show you.
It's urgent, it's important that people listen, learn, and live. We tell
Now my hair is not relaxed, so you see it. Nowhere is open, everywhere is covered. Okay, so this is called full-less unit, not 360. If this one happens to be 360, all of the center here will be open, while the nets will go right around my hair. Okay, hope you understand what I mean. So let me take it. Let's come on my hair. So this is full-less units. It is trending these days. That's why I decided to use it for the demonstration. Full-less. You notice this stripe, and literally you will say that here is the outer side, as in the right part to ventilate. But sweetheart, no. While working with these full-less units, you have to turn this stripe inside ways. Let me show you. It is like this here. As you can see, it is like this now. Now, for you to start making use of it, for you to start ventilating on this, you have to turn it the other way around. Can you now see the stripes are inside now? So this is the right side to ventilate on. A lot of people have made this mistake, ventilating on the wrong side. Make sure when making use of this nets that the stripes are inside. That's one secret. Okay, so it should be like this before you start ventilating on it. Okay, you can see the color of this net is a colorless. Okay, so while working with this, you'll be needing a white paper sheet or colored nylon. Why do I say so? This and the color of this my mannequin head, they are just the same. So if I should fix it here and start ventilating, definitely I'm gonna be stressing my eyes too much, because the colors are just the same. So the hose is not going to be clear for me to pass through my my pin. Okay, so while working with this net now, I'm gonna make use of white sheets. This paper I got it from a new shoe, so I'm gonna make use of this paper while working with this color. But if I'm working with a dark brown net, I don't always use paper because the holes are just outstanding. Okay, I don't know if you understand what I mean by that. If I'm working with darker color of nets, I don't normally use white paper or colored nylon. But once I'm working with this clear HD lace, this is original lace, okay? Once I'm working with this kind of color, be it frontal, be it full lace unit like this, be it closure, I normally place white paper underneath this. How do you ventilate on this net? Now, like I've said, either you start from the very back. I said either you start from the very back or you start by the side. Please do not start ventilating from the front. No, either you start by the side or back. Okay, that's how to work on this full lace unit. Either you start from the very back or by the side. Please, sweetheart, do not start from the very front. Okay, hope that is clear. Now, what pattern are you going to use while ventilating on this full lace units? What pattern? You know, while ventilating, we have horizontal pattern, we have vertical pattern, we have slant pattern, we have angled. So it depends on the one you want. If you're new on ventilating, you might not understand all this slogan. Pardon me. So, what pattern exactly are you gonna use while working on this particular net? Well, as for me, while ventilating on this, I normally use vertical pattern. That is straight line. Straight line. First of all, I'll make sure I check my net thoroughly to know how the line goes. Like this one I'm holding, all the lines are in straight formats. All of them are in straight from back to the front. Anyhow you press it, you still find a straight line. So I'll be working with these nets with a straight line pattern, in a straight line pattern. Pardon me. Oh, English, I beg. Code. Clear. So that's it for this. And before I forget, and another thing you need to do is that while ventilating on this, when you started ventilating, I normally leave one line space. Okay, so all you need to do is that when you pass through this hole now, for example, then the second hole you're gonna skip it. Then you pass your hook through the third hole. Then the fourth hole you're gonna skip it. You pass through the fifth hole. The sixth hole you're gonna skip it. That's what I meant by leaving one line spacing. Now for the holes on a straight format, if you pass through this one hole now, for example, the second one above it, you will skip it. Then you pass through the third one above the second one, the fourth one above the third one, you skip it. So the reason is that after making your frontal or your closure, it will be easy for you to pattern, especially if you are using it for braiding. But if you are not using it for braiding, do not skip hole, just skip lines. Okay, if you are not using it for box braiding, do not skip holes, only skip lines. Okay, if you understand what I mean. Guys, other things we'll be needing, like I've said before, is a white paper or colored nylon. Then your mannequin hair, make sure while purchasing you get the soft one. You can see this one is very soft. The reason why you should get the softer one is for the pin. Here is the pin to pierce through it. You know, you're gonna use pin to hold down your net onto this mannequin head while ventilating. So this is the reason why you should get yourself the soft mannequin head. Okay, this one is very soft. Then another thing you'll be needing is your tripod stand, if you can afford one. Your tripod stand. Okay, if you can afford one. I have this, but I don't normally work with it. Okay, so if you cannot afford this, it's not a problem. There's other alternative. And another thing you'll be needing is your ventilating pin. Mine is always like this. I've been using this pin since 2020 March. So your ventilating pin, here is the holder in case you've not seen it before. This is how ventilating pin comes. The holder then with 4 different sizes of pin. That 4 different sizes of pin includes 1 minus 1. Let me show you. 1 minus 1, as you can see. Then I have 1 minus 2. 1 minus 2, you have 2 minus 3 and 3 minus 4. So while purchasing your purchasing your letting pin, sorry guys, make sure that the needles or the pins are 4 in number. 1 minus 1, 1 minus 2, 2 minus 3, and 3 minus 4. Then make sure that this holder is there. Okay, so this is another thing you'll be needing. Next thing you'll be needing is the working hair. These attachments, I cut it into 3 equal parts. This is called 3. Okay, as a beginner, do not cut into 3, please cut into 5. Once you get your attachments, just fold it normally, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. Just measure it into 5, then you cut. Okay, do not cut into 3, do not cut into 4 as a beginner. You're gonna find it so hard to control. Make sure you cut into 5. When I was learning, I started with cut 6, not even cut 5. I started mine with cut 6. Okay, but cut into 5 as a beginner. Okay, that will be fine. So another thing you'll be needing is your lactate comb. You know, as I've been letting, you need to be combing it so that it will not tangle. You comb and hold it like this on the net. So guys, I'll be working with my 1 minus 2. This 1 minus 2 has become my favorite since I damaged my 1 minus 1. I damaged my 1 minus 1 when I was still learning. Along the line, I wasn't able to, you know, to pass on my hook through the nets. And I was like, let me check if this need to bend very well. Along the line, I now decided to use my plier to support the bending a little bit. And at the process of doing that, I cut off the tiny hook underneath. That was how I damaged it without even using it for a day. And since then, this 1 minus 2 has become my favorite. I learned with this very one, and I've been using it since that 2020 March down to this day. This one have never broken. Okay, so this, what you need to do is to bring it out from the packet. As a beginner, use your 1 minus 1 so that you can control the number of strands of hair you'll be using. Okay, so it's out from the pack now. You just a tiny pin, then unscrew this like this, then insert it. As you can see, the length should not be too long, it should not be too short. As you can see, then unscrew it, screw it back, sorry, then screw it back. You see it now. Now if you're letting, assume here is now the net, you pass it through. Please, sweetheart, do not drag it like this towards your eye. Mbana, no. Because when them, do not do that. Sweetheart, don't drag your pin like this. When you pass it through the nets, you bring it out, drag it like this towards the side. You pass it, you bring it out, you go like this. Do not go like this. Do not go like this. Your eye is at stake. Please drag towards side, side, side. Hope you get it. Hope it's clear. So this is how to ventilate. So I'm gonna demonstrate for you guys how you can ventilate on the nets. Okay, so let's go. So like I've said, I told you guys that I have a tripod stand, but I don't normally use it. This is how I normally ventilate. I just put my mannequin head in between my two thighs, just like this. That's how I normally ventilate. Okay, then the seat I'll be sitting on must have back so that I can relax my back. So while ventilating, look for a back chair, okay, where you can rest your back so that you won't get tired easily. Okay, so this is how I normally sit while ventilating. As you can see, I'm resting my back and my two thighs are holding, they are holding this mannequin head. Okay, so that's it. This video is mainly for beginners, so I'm gonna cut a little pieces of the working hair, just very little, because so that it looks as if I'm learning too. Look at the size I cut. Okay, so what you need to do now is I'm gonna fold it over, but not into two equal parts. One side must be shorter and the other side must be longer, as you can see. We have short end and long end. So you put it like this, then do it like this, hold it, you twist it. As a beginner, for you to be picking these strands will be a kind of difficult for you. So all you need to do is to bring it out a little bit, push it forward. Hope you are seeing what I'm doing. See, just for beginner. When you learn how to do it, you don't need to do this again. So after doing it, you twist it again like twice so that it will be firm. You see it? Now let's ventilate. I pick up my holder. So I want to start from this very middle so that you guys can be seeing how my hands moves. But normally if I want to ventilate, I must start from the back or by the side. But let's start from here. We are using a straight line method. So these holes are tiny, you might not be seeing it. But all I know is I'll try to explain what I'm doing. You pass it. Then you grab 2 to 3 strands of hair. What I'm having now is 3. Then I'll use my second index finger to thresh it down. You see it? Then I'll gradually and gently bring this hook through the net. Can you see it? Then, as you can see, we have a free movement. Free movements. This one is holding the hair and this holder is holding the 3 strands. Okay? The next thing you need to do is to grab it. You see how I press the needle from behind? Still hold it to maintain the same pressure, okay? You see it? Then the next thing you need to do is to rotate your hand 360. Can you see? Then gently and carefully bring it out through that loop we've made. Can you see? Then bring your hand down a little bit and drop the hair. See, it's tighten. This is how to ventilate. Now, this other one following this hole we just worked on, I'm gonna skip it. I'm skipping this hole now. Then I'll go through the third one. God, I'm inside. I'm not seeing clearly. Pardon me, I'm inside and there is no light. I'm just trying to use the sun reflection that is coming inside the room. So I've passed through the third one now. Let's do the same thing again. What I was able to grab now is just 2 strands of hair. I'll thresh it down using my second index finger. You see how I hold it or how I thresh it down like this? Then I'll gently bring my needle through. Can you see? We have free movement like I've said. Now grab the hair from behind. Rotate your hand 360. Make sure the needle is facing downwards. Then bring it out. Make your knots. You see it? So we are going on a straight line format. I'm going straight like this. That's what I meant by straight line. So if I want to go on a horizontal format now, immediately after this first one, I'll skip the other one beside it. Then I'll go to the other one. Then I'll skip the other one, go to as an outlet like this. Like this. That's horizontal. But the one we are doing now is vertical or straight line. Either you call it vertical format or straight line formats. Okay, so let's take it again. Now I'm skipping the next one close to this one we just did, then moving to the next one above it. I've passed my needle. Let's take it again. Let's see how many I'll pick now. I pick just 2. I'm gonna thresh it down, bring it out. There must be a free movement once you got it right. Then take your needle now back to this hair from behind. You see? Did you notice my hand movements now? Now rotate the needle to face downwards and bring it out. Simple, sweethearts. It's very simple. Do you get? But not as simple as it seems for a beginner. So we are skipping this other one now. We are going to this one. Good. Then I grab two as well. I press it down. I bring it out. Good. Can you see? Then I grab from behind. Notice my movement. I'm not grabbing from here. I grabbed it from here. I grabbed from here. Then I'll rotate. Make sure that my needle is facing downward. Then I'll bring it out through that loop I've made. Then I drop. As I'm dropping it, I'm knotting it as well. Look at it. It's very tight. Can you see it? They're tight. But as a beginner, after dropping, you can still use your hand to support it, to make it more tighter. Let's go again. We are skipping the next one. Then we are passing through the other one. Oh God. I don't want to grab more than 3. This is 2 as well. I crush it down. Bring it out. Then grab. Rotate 360, face downward. I'll bring it out. This is how to ventilate. After watching this video and you did not learn how to ventilate, one day if I see you, I'll flog you 40. I'll flog you mercilessly, okay? So let's take it again. We are skipping the next hole now. Moving to the other one. You see it? I grab 2 strands. I thresh it down. Just notice the movement of my second index finger. That will help you as you're learning. I thresh it down. Then this one now, I bring it out gently. You see it? Once I got it right, there must be a free movement. Can you see? Now, I'll not take this one back here to grab it. I grab from here. I rotate 360. Make sure the needle faces downward. Then I'll bring it out through that loop. As I'm bringing it out, I'm tightening it. I'm making a knot. So that's it. Let me take it again. I'm skipping the next row, going through the other one. I grab 3 now. So while ventilating, I always use 2 strands. I'm used to that. So see what we've done so far on a straight format. So if I want to go on a horizontal format now, I'll continue. I'll skip this one now. Go to this 3rd one. Ventilate. Skip the 4th one. Go to the 5th one. And ventilate like this. Then I'll start again like this. But this one I just did now is vertically. Okay. So guys, I hope this video is detailed. I hope you've learned something. Please, if the video was helpful to you, do not hesitate, okay, to like, comment, share the video, and subscribe if you are not yet subscribed to my channel. Recommend my video, my channel, to your friends and family so that we can get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being there, for supporting me. I really appreciate you guys. Until my next one, bye bye.